You thought you knew everything about Bluey? Well, think again.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go!
Because the newest episode just dropped a twist no one saw coming. And trust me, it changes everything you thought you knew about her future. Bluey's all grown up. Yep, you heard that right. In the surprise-packed episode called Surprise,
Hi, Mum. Bluey! What a lovely surprise!
we don't just see Bluey as an adult, we meet her son, and his name, Roxey. This little blue-purple pup bursts onto the scene, foam blaster in hand, catching Bandit completely off guard. Sound familiar? That's because this playful energy is what Bluey had as a kid. It looks like the healer family tradition is alive and well. Roxey isn't just a copy-paste version of Bluey, though. There's something new about him. Take a closer look, and you'll notice his fur isn't the same classic blue. Instead, it's got this subtle purple tint, which immediately sparked theories about his dad, and that's where things get even more interesting. His darker spots and folded ears are small details, but they say a lot. Fans are speculating that Mackenzie, Bluey's thoughtful classmate, might be the father. I mean, it adds up. Their childhood moments, the way they balanced each other out, even the hints dropped in older episodes, it's all pointing in that direction. Plus, those folded ears, that usually means Roxy's around 4 or 5, just the age Bluey was when the show started. Full circle, right? And that's just scratching the surface, because next, we're diving into the hidden clues, generational callbacks, and parenting twists you missed. Stick around, because the next detail might just be the biggest shocker yet. So let's talk about the real question that's lighting up the Bluey fandom. Is Mackenzie Roxy's dad? Because honestly, the clues aren't just subtle, they're loud. It all starts way back in Barky Boats. Remember that line from Winton?
Ooh, Bluey's gonna marry Mackenzie.
He jokes that Bluey and Mackenzie bicker like an old married couple. It seemed funny at the time, classic schoolyard teasing, but looking back, it feels more like foreshadowing, especially now that we've seen Roxey. Then there's Fruit Bat, one of Bluey's dream-heavy episodes. In it, she dreams about Mackenzie. Out of everyone in her life, he shows up in her subconscious. That's not random, that's emotional weight. But the strongest moment? The creek. That's where their bond takes shape. Bluey's scared to jump in, and it's Mackenzie who talks her through it. Not in a loud or flashy way, just calm, steady support. They're opposites, in all the right ways. She's energetic and impulsive, and he's thoughtful and grounded, yin and yang. So when you put that all together, shared moments, emotional connection, balance in personality, it's not to see Mackenzie as the likely father, and Roxy's unique mix of traits? Yeah, it checks out. Now fast forward to adult Bluey. Because of her parenting style, it's beautiful. She doesn't just raise Roxy like a typical cartoon mom. She becomes this blend of Bandit's goofy energy and Chili's gentle touch. You can see it in how she plays the same games from childhood, like Mum School and Ragdoll. It's not just nostalgia, it's tradition, a passing down of play, creativity, and care from one healer generation to the next. And even though we don't get a full parenting breakdown in Surprise, the glimpses we do see, they are playful and present. Roxy's not just Bluey's son, he's a continuation of everything the show's been building toward. And if Mackenzie is the dad, then Bluey's family story just got a whole lot deeper. Alright, now let's get into the heart of Roxy's personality. He's got this perfect balance between his mom's creative energy and his dad's grounded calmness. Just imagine a kid who's always coming up with fun games and ideas, but also knows when to step back and think things through. Sounds like a perfect mix of Bluey's adventurous spirit and Mackenzie's thoughtful nature, right? But what does Roxy's future look like? Well, based on the hints we get in Surprise, we could see him following in Bluey's footsteps, attending the same school as Bingo, and likely becoming friends with kids who are the next generation of Bluey's pals. Think about it. Rusty's kid, Indy's kid, he's part of a new healer generation, which means more wild adventures with familiar faces. And here's the fun part. Future tech is subtly woven into his world. Roxy's foam blaster, it's not just any old toy. It's got a digital light that feels like a nod to tech advancements. Plus, those digital photo frames, they're more than just background props. They're the show's way of hinting at a future where Bluey's kids live in a world full of cool, futuristic gadgets. But even with all that tech, one thing is clear. The core of Roxy's life is still grounded in the playful, family-oriented world we've seen before. Now, let's talk about grandparents. Because Bandit and Chili still have an incredibly important role to play. Bandit, though a little older, still has that playful energy we've seen throughout the series. He's right there, playing along with Roxy's games like he used to do with Bluey. You can tell Bandit's loving every second of being a grandparent, even if he's slower and a little less agile than before. But it's Chili that's got this new, wise vibe. Her fur has grayed, but she's still warm and full of wisdom. That balance of nurturing and strength is something Roxy is likely absorbing, just like Bluey did when she was a kid. And that's the key here, the cycle of parenting. Bluey is now doing for Roxey what Bandit did for her, passing down the joy, the lessons, and even the games. You can almost feel the generational continuity between Bluey, Bandit, Chili, and now Roxey. It's this perfect reflection of how parenting isn't just about raising kids. It's about teaching and sharing across generations. Blueies not just raising Roxey in her image, but also continuing the legacy of Bandit and Chili, ensuring that the warmth and playfulness they showed her is now part of Roxey's world. It's truly a full-circle moment, and it speaks volumes about the importance of family in Bluey's universe. Yes, the show is all about fun and games, but underneath it all is a deeply relatable theme of family bonding and the emotional connections that get passed down over time. All right, this is where things get interesting. There's this small but incredibly telling detail about Roxey that might have flown under the radar. If you pay close attention to Surprise, you'll notice that Roxey hides in the same place Bluey used to hide as a child. It's a clever little Easter egg that connects Roxey's world to Bluey's childhood, a little moment that reveals just how much Bluey has passed down to her son. Think about it. Roxey's hiding spot isn't just random. It's a strategy Bluey likely taught him. This isn't just about playing hide and seek. It's a sign that Bluey has taken the time to share some of her childhood tricks and favorite hiding spots with Roxey. Whether it's a specific nook in the house or a familiar corner of the yard, it shows how much Bluey's memories and experiences have shaped her parenting. This spot, so closely linked to Bluey's own childhood, suggests that Bluey has been intentional in passing on those same fun experiences to her son. It's a subtle yet powerful nod to how Bluey is recreating formative moments for Roxey. This little detail isn't just for laughs. It's an intimate, heartfelt moment that shows how deeply the parent-child bond runs in the Healer family. Now, let's step into the land of speculation. What does Roxey's future in Bluey look like? Will we get to see more of him in upcoming episodes? Could Roxey get a spin-off? Fans have been asking these questions ever since Surprise aired, and while we don't have all the answers, there's room for Roxey to become a bigger part of the story. With all the mystery around his mixed traits and the connections to both Bluey and Mackenzie, it's hard to imagine Roxey stepping into the spotlight in future episodes. Could he bring a fresh perspective on what it means to grow up in the Healer family? After all, he's got a unique combination of traits from both of his parents, the playful energy of Bluey and the more calm, thoughtful nature of Mackenzie. These traits could play a big role in shaping how Roxey approaches life and challenges as he grows up. Maybe Roxey will face situations that Bluey never had to deal with, creating new dynamics for the show to explore. But let's not forget, there are still a ton of unanswered questions. For example, how will Roxey's personality be? Will his fatherly traits from Mackenzie manifest more strongly as he gets older? Or will Bluey's adventurous spirit dominate his personality? And what about his relationship with his peers? Will Roxey's interactions with the next generation of Healer's kids become a key theme? There's so much to look forward to. Could Roxey's future be the next big thing for the show? Or perhaps even spin off into adventures? With all these open-ended possibilities, it's clear that Roxey's journey is just beginning. Fans are already buzzing about the potential for new storylines that could come with Roxey's character. What do you think about Roxey's future in Bluey? Do you think he'll get a spin-off? Or is he just another character in Bluey's world? Let us know your thoughts below in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Make sure you're subscribed because we've got more exciting content coming your way soon.